Zulu A1 Bagger. Base camp, get your ears on.
Keep that RDD and go ahead, Dieter.
We're heading over to Fence right now. How's things looking there, Blake?
It's clear as a bell, looking good. We got a slight breeze coming up the lake and should be good for landing.
The silence here feels older, like it's been waiting for someone to listen. It's mid-March in the Mackenzie Mountains, and winter hasn't ended, so much as loosened its grip. Snow drifts through a valley carved by wind and time, a place that feels untouched, yet deeply inhabited. This is Harold Grindy's country, a man I've only heard stories and read articles about until now. He's been in these mountains longer than I've been alive, and you can see it in his every step. His place here has been earned, every ounce of it built by hand. And even now, during the harshest time of year, he seems to fit right in.
Here goes. Cock-a-doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo, ran along the
I don't know.
This was what year was this one?
That was our first wolf hunt in 2010.
This was?
This was, yep. So this is
That's a pretty wolf.
yeah, really. This is the big black that I have that I told you is 8 foot from tip of nose to tip of tail.
Jeepers. You see many wolves during like the fall season?
It can vary. Some years we'll have a dozen come through camp, and some years none. We see, I would say, an average just flying around the area in the fall. We see 4 or 5 caribou kills in the rivers where they kill them crossing rivers, choke points on their travel corridors.
I've spent years in the backcountry, and I've seen my share of wolves before. Always at a distance, but always beautiful. It's easy to see what the world sees in them. The mystery, the grace, the clean lines of a perfect predator. And as a filmmaker, I see them like that too. Majestic, untouchable, the wild made romantic. But as a hunter, I know that beauty isn't the whole story. It's merely the surface of something far more complex. That's the story I'm here to find.
How many wolves do you think you've killed over the years up here?
If we average 5, 10 a year, 5 a year for 25 years, a bunch, 125.
You've saved hundreds of caribou potentially.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. You save a bunch.
Every wolf I've seen in the wild seems to belong to the land in a way we never will. But I see the same with the moose, the caribou, the snowshoe hare. That complexity is what brought me here, to see the truth behind it. Because telling a story you've never stepped into is easy. Understanding it is something entirely different.
About 90% of their life they spend traveling the perimeter of their area, making sure no other wolves have moved into what they've staked out as their area. Starvation, other wolves probably kill more wolves than anything else. The packs meet and fight over territory, and when a stranger howls, the whole pack comes on the run, and they come really aggressive. There's boundary wars just like with people, right?
these things eating this time of year?
Anything that'll fill their belly. I don't think they're super fussy, but they're mainly after probably caribou and moose, I would say. The occasional sheep, if they head
They
up
go
high.
up there for sheep?
Oh yeah. They can head up there pretty easily.
I read somewhere 20 to 23 caribou per wolf consumed over the course of a year. You think that sounds accurate?
It could be. It's hard to say, like whether it be 23 caribou or a mix of this and that, but it could be that amount of meat that's needed to keep them alive for a year. They're a pretty big-sized dog.
You take 20 caribou times a pack of 6. I mean, you're 100 to 120 caribou down a year.
Yeah.
It seems to be a common fear throughout history that wolves will take too much from the land. A century ago, we nearly erased them from the landscape altogether. I can't help but wonder how often we've answered one imbalance by creating another.
They mainly, like any other animal, run the river corridors. That's their main highway, if you will.
I'd say the wolves this time of year are definitely running the rivers. I've never seen a pack of wolves take one down in person, but
You ever seen them take down a caribou?
never seen that either. But I've seen the carnage, the wreckage.
Nearly 250 miles on sleds, and I've yet to see a wolf. Not a glimpse, not a track. It makes me wonder how something so rarely seen can be blamed for so much. Still, silence never lasts in these valleys, especially with a storm on the horizon.
Well, there she is. Not much, but it's home for a day or two. You can grab your gear and head on in. Watch the door, she's a little sticky. Damn, she's cold out there. You get a fire going and I'll get us a little more wood here.
There's something disarming about holding what once lived. Without motion, without teeth, without fear. It's easy to forget what it takes for an animal to survive out here, when all you're left with is what it once was. Scott's lived this country longer than I have. He's seen the parts I haven't. And sitting here now, between warmth and winter, I realize how easy it is to choose a side before seeing the whole story.
I mean, he's walking like a damn fox. What?
Yeah, he's just kind of stalking along here, really short steps for a wolf, but he's kind of slowed down. I don't know if he's hunting. There's a bunch of rabbit tracks around here. I don't know if he'd be trying to catch one of them, but
I mean, those aren't even melted out yet. Or he's dragging his toes.
yeah,
I wonder if he's just working up through this bottom looking for rabbits.
we're fixing to find out.
It'd be nice if he was the lead wolf with a pack behind him. Wishful thinking.
Keep your eyes peeled, you never know.
Let's see if he goes up into these trees.
After hundreds of miles of nothing, the snow finally offers us a direction. Pieces of a story begin to surface, traces of a day we weren't meant to see. They're subtle, almost insignificant, but it doesn't take long to realize that where this story begins, another has already ended.
Caribou?
Calf by the looks of it. They get them on this glare ice, they don't stand a chance.
Damn. Poor bastard. There ain't nothing left of him.
Sons of bitches.
Seeing it up close, the truth settles in. A life was taken so another could continue. Nothing more than that. I feel for the calf, for the struggle it didn't choose, and the cost it paid simply for being born into this place. But I don't feel anger toward the wolves. They came here because this is where life gathers, and taking one is the only way they know how to ensure theirs. The same rules apply to them as everything else in this valley. And as I sit with that truth, the line I thought separated us all but disappears.
into endless space. I had no bones or body. There was no sense of place.
By morning, the wind had covered the tracks, and the valley was quiet again. The wolves, the caribou, the hunter, we're all bound by the same thread. There are no villains here, but none of us are innocent either. We're all part of the same system, you know, trying to find our place in the rhythm of this landscape, taking responsibility for what we touch, without tipping the scales too far in either direction. And when the wind finally dies and the echoes fade, you start to hear what this place has been saying all along. That balance isn't something you find. It's something you choose to be a part of, if you listen for it.